So, in the literature review of this article, it basically began by talking about how when parents try to balance work and family, they face the risk of mental labor and mental health, which is basically them exercising more in their mind because they have to do so much with at the home and at the job. So most of the literature that the authors found on family and work really focused on visible characteristics like concrete, but for this study, it really focused more on emotional um, data. So they so the types of research that the author found, some had to do with socioeconomic conditions and went into depth on that. Others went on to mental spillover between work and family, which all contributed into the author's literature review and their data collection. So, mental labor is really viewed as another dimension, I guess you could say, of family and work for which women are usually in the majority of responsibility because generally women are seen as a household manager, which is basically they're in charge of the home because they do most of the labor at home. And gender inequality is still viewed this way today. So most of the research has focused on mental labor in the family domain or in the workplace. It really hasn't focused on both. So that's what the author really focused on in this study, examining the extent to which thoughts like thoughts and feelings associated with one area affected the other. And this is really important because it shows the integration between the different roles. Um, Now, for the methods section of this study, the authors collected data from the 500 family study, which basically explored the work and family experiences of parents who were dual earners and basically were in the middle class. So, respondents practically completed a survey filling in their experience. So the authors had them carry around a pager that would keep telling the person that would beep and which would tell the person to go and talk about their feelings, their thoughts, in whatever activity they were doing at the time, to basically get a feel for different situations and different times of the day that the people were feeling such feelings. So, based off this methods and this data collection, the authors found that mothers were more likely than fathers to engage in mental labor. Mothers were also more likely to engage in cross domain and family specific mental labor. So, they were less likely to look at job mental labor because they focused more on the home. And fathers were more likely to look at the job related matters than mothers would. And basically, even though mothers were more likely to stress more and have more mental labor, the gender gap in mental labor was overall small, and basically men and women were really close, but women still experienced more um, spillover and cross domain between family and work. So really there were traditional spillover types where the father focused more on the job and the mom focused more in the home. So you could really see how the traditional viewpoints are affecting how the moms and dads perceive mental labor, both in and out of the workplace and at home.